Brother, today we step into a space that is far from light, far from easy, and definitely not meant for the faint-hearted. What I'm about to reveal carries real weight. And before we go any further, I need to acknowledge the courage that brought you here. You saw the warning at the beginning, yet you chose to stay, to listen, and to face a harsh truth that most men spend their entire lives avoiding. That kind of courage doesn't make noise. It's quiet, steady, and incredibly powerful. This is not entertainment. We're not talking about tricks, charm, pickup strategies, or memorized advice. We are talking about truth, raw, unfiltered truth, the kind that can shake everything you thought you knew about love, loyalty, and trust. The kind that can reopen old wounds, scars you believed had already healed. But sometimes, brother, growth demands that. It demands that you revisit those marks and finally see them for what they truly are. What I'm about to share is not an exaggerated story created for attention. This is not fiction. It is built from research, from real pain, from the silent voices of men who carried their suffering alone. For days, my team and I gathered these facts, not for fame or numbers, but for men like you, men who fight their battles quietly, because no one ever told them the truth. Society expects you to stay strong, to smile, and to keep moving forward, even when your heart is bleeding in places no one can see. Let this moment be your awakening. If you're here, say it to yourself silently. I see the truth. Because whether you are married or planning to be, the core of your masculine identity is built on a sacred principle: loyalty. Your loyalty is your crown. It is your honor, the solid foundation of who you are. But here comes the difficult question. What if the person you gave that loyalty to was never truly worthy of it? Not to shake you, brother, but to protect you. Before we step deeper into this storm, give me just 30 seconds. Not for me, not for ego, but for something bigger than both of us. Out there, beyond the streets we walk every day, there are living beings suffering in silence, creatures that cry at night, not from sickness, but from hunger, stray cats wandering endlessly, abandoned dogs, forgotten animals with no voice, yet still creations of God, deserving of compassion. I don't come from wealth. I don't have corporate sponsors or luxurious studios behind me, but I have you, your presence, your support, your strength. You've carried this mission further than even my own family ever could. Together, we've started something, not for applause or recognition, but to feed these silent, helpless lives. Even a small contribution, the price of a simple cup of coffee, can save a life tonight. If your heart feels that call, then act, not out of obligation, but out of compassion. That alone is enough. Now take a deep breath, because from this moment on, brother, we step into the fire. November 6th, 1948, Chicago, Highway M25. A 34-year-old man named David Miller was just beginning a chapter of his life that would leave a permanent mark on his soul. He wasn't famous. He wasn't wealthy. He was simply an ordinary man with a loyal heart. That same year, he married Claire Evans, a woman he believed would stand beside him for the rest of his life. This was not an arranged marriage, nor was it shallow. It was real, deep, genuine love, the kind of love poets struggle to put into words. Claire would whisper to him, "David, you are everything I want for the rest of my life." Those words became the foundation of his hope, his belief, and the future he dreamed of. But words, my friend, they can fade. Promises can lose their meaning, and what appears strong and unbreakable on the surface can collapse under hidden truths. Months passed, and small arguments began to appear, not because of betrayal or cruelty, but over everyday things: bills, dinners, minor disagreements. Yet those small cracks slowly revealed something deeper, a quiet distance, a growing emptiness between two souls that were meant to walk together. David worked tirelessly, juggling 2 jobs, morning and night. He had no material wealth, but he was rich in determination. His true wealth was his loyalty. He never dreamed of luxury. His dream was simple: to come home, share a meal, and fall asleep beside the woman he loved. To him, that was paradise. But Claire's heart had already begun to drift away. Little by little, slowly, she started pulling away. Not just emotionally, but in every aspect of the life they had built together. She began to ignore him, to treat him differently.